Andrea Gibson passes away at 49, a poetic soul who lit the world with courage and compassion. Andrea Gibson, the bold and brilliant voice behind some of the most soul-stirring poetry of our time, has passed away at the age of 49. Their passing leaves behind not just a legacy of words, but a movement of hearts forever changed. Known for their fearless expression around gender identity, love, politics, and mortality, Andrea didn't just write poetry, they lived it, breathed it, and shared it like a lifeline. Over the past 4 years, they faced terminal ovarian cancer with the same bravery and raw honesty that made their work unforgettable. Andrea passed peacefully at home in Boulder, Colorado, surrounded by a circle of love: their wife, Meg, 4 former partners, their parents, many friends, and 3 beloved dogs. It was, in many ways, a farewell only a poet could write. Andrea and their wife, Megan Falley, had recently become the heart of the documentary Come See Me in the Good Light, a film that captured the powerful tenderness of their love and the emotional gravity of Andrea's battle with cancer. The documentary, which moved audiences to tears at Sundance and won the festival favorite award, is expected to stream on Apple TV Plus later this year. As tributes pour in, the overwhelming emotion is clear. Andrea's words saved lives, healed wounds, and lit paths for people lost in their own darkness. Writers like Cheryl Strayed and Elizabeth Gilbert honored them. LGBTQ+ communities celebrated them. People living with cancer said Andrea made them feel seen, understood, even unafraid of death. In a world often too quick to judge and too slow to listen, Andrea gave people the courage to be themselves. One of Andrea's last poems, Love Letter from the Afterlife, reads like a whispered message from the other side. Dying is the opposite of leaving. When I left my body, I did not go away. That portal of light was not a portal to elsewhere, but a portal to here. I am more here than I ever was before. It's hard to read those words and not feel something shift inside you. For Linda Williams Stay, Andrea's poetry was more than beautiful. It was transformative. A decade ago, her son Aiden took her to one of Andrea's live performances in San Francisco. That night, something clicked. The energy, the rawness, the empathy flowing from the mic gave her a new way to understand her son, who would later come out as transgender. Years later, when Linda was diagnosed with cancer herself, Andrea's poems became her strength, her balm, her reminder that even in pain, love endures. She recalls how Andrea didn't hesitate to perform at a celebration for the LGBTQ+ community in southern Utah. That appearance, Linda said, gave so much hope to queer kids in small towns who rarely get to see someone so unapologetically themselves and so deeply loving. Andrea's life began in Maine and found its poetic home in Colorado, where they spent decades writing and performing. They served as Colorado's poet laureate in their final years and authored acclaimed books like You Better Be Lightning, Lord of the Butterflies, and Take Me With You. Colorado Governor Jared Polis called Andrea one of a kind, praising their unique gift of connecting with readers and listeners across all walks of life. Their longtime friend and fellow performer Tig Notaro reflected on their 25-year journey together, calling Andrea an old-school rock star in the body of a poet. In an emotional tribute, she shared that witnessing Andrea's final days was both excruciating and transcendent. Real human connection unfolded in the most unlikely ways, she said. It gave me a gift I'll never be able to explain. Even in their final years, Andrea never stopped writing, never stopped teaching the world how to live and love. In a 2021 poem they wrote, "When I realized the storm was inevitable, I made it my medicine." And in another, "Will the afterlife be harder if I remember the people I love or forget them? Either way, please let me remember." Andrea Gibson did not just write poetry, they became it. Their voice echoed through lives, soothed hidden wounds, and left behind not silence, but a resonance that will live on in every person who ever found courage in their words.